Stretch and Strengthen. My name is Erica Connor, and this is produced by Solutions Northwest. Please check with your physician before beginning this or any exercise program. Today we're going to be working on hip stability and then mobility. So with stabilizing first, today we're going to be working with the ball, which in and of itself produces a lot of stabilizing work for your body to do to be balanced in a seated position on the ball. My feet are about a foot apart or hip width apart, and that also helps with the balance. The more narrow the feet, the more challenging the balance. So as you're sitting on the ball, just make sure that your shoulders are over your hips, are over your sitting bones, that you have a nice long spine. You're going to be resting your hands on your thighs. We're going to start with some leg movement first. So the stability comes from keeping your shoulders right over your hips and not letting the hips come forward or pitching back. So you're going to be moving your whole body forward by bringing your knees over your toes, rolling the ball, and then pushing back from your toes, rolling your body back over the ball, coming forward and pressing back. So we're stabilizing here in the pelvis and the spine, and then we're also loosening up ankles and knees, which can tend to get tight. So this moves the muscles and the ligaments in those joints. So you can stay here in this straight forward and back movement. For a little extra challenge, you can start to turn that into an oval. So I'm going to go a little bit to the right, forward, slightly left and back. And this is more challenge than to keep the shoulders over the hips. So I'm still trying to keep that while I'm moving in this oval direction. The legs are doing most of the movement. This is holding stable. Make sure your breath is flowing. You don't have to be on a precise pattern, just make sure the breath is moving. And you're going to pause forward and change direction of the oval to work the muscles in a balanced way. So do about 8 times in each direction. If you feel any pressure in the knees, you just keep your oval further back, not coming so far forward. Do 2 more here. If you feel more stable on the ball, you can make your oval a little bit more circular, getting more left-right direction into the movement. And then you're going to pause, bringing your knees right over your ankles. So this is going to be your center point here. So then we're going to move into hip mobility, which is going to be lower spine, and then how the pelvis rotates on your thigh bones. So for me, just to feel it, my hands go onto my hips. If you want extra help from the ball, you can have your hands on the ball if that feels a little wobbly to you. So I picture myself sitting on a clock on the floor, and 12 o'clock is where my toes are, 6 o'clock would be behind me. So you're going to roll the ball towards 12 o'clock. The knees are going to stay over the ankles, so it didn't come forward like before. Then you're going to push the ball back towards 6 o'clock. So this rolls the hips backwards. Let's do an exhale to bring the ball towards 12 o'clock, towards the toes, and an inhale, take the ball back towards 6 o'clock. Exhale, ball rolls towards 12 o'clock, inhaling back to 6 o'clock. The whole time, think of keeping your rib cage lifted, so I'm not going to sink down into this 12 o'clock. And do that 12 o'clock again. You're going to stay lifted in the ribs as you roll the ball forward. And then the ribs stay lifted as you pitch the ball back towards 6 o'clock. 1 more each way. Exhaling to 12 o'clock, knees stationary over the ankles. Inhale back to 6 o'clock, and then pause at neutral. So we're going to change direction, work the sides of the spine. So 3 o'clock is going to be over here under my right hand. 9 o'clock is going to be over here under my left hand. So I'm going to roll the ball towards 3 o'clock. My right hip is going to feel like it's coming up towards my armpit. So it's not going to drop down. It'll pull up, come through center, lifting the left hip up towards my left armpit. I'm trying to keep my shoulders level. So I'm not twisting down to meet the hip. I'm using my waist muscles to pull the hip up towards my shoulder, which rolls the ball side to side. Knees stay over ankles. Keeping the breath moving. So you can take an exhale to the side. Inhale through center, exhale to the other side, level shoulders, inhale through center. One more to this other side. So then we're gonna mix those two up. So you're gonna come exhale forward to 12 o'clock, inhale back to 6, exhaling over to the side, inhale through center, exhale to the other side, inhale through center. Exhale to 12 o'clock, inhaling, coming back, exhaling to the side, hip lifts, inhale through center, exhaling to the other side, inhaling through center. So you can keep going in this plus dynamic here. If that's feeling okay on your body and you want more challenge, you could take it into a circle all the way around the clock. So I'm going to demonstrate that one. So just one, you just keep breathing. So you're going to come to 12 o'clock forward, and then you're going to head a little bit to the right to 1 o'clock, 2, find your home base at 3. That should feel a little familiar. Coming backwards to 4, keep breathing, 5, find that landmark at 6 o'clock, and then pitching a little bit to the left to 7, 8, find your 9 o'clock landmark, that hip is lifted, shoulders level, 10, 11, find that forward 12 o'clock, and coming back to neutral. So do one time in the opposite direction. So keeping the breath moving, come forward to 12 o'clock, and then you head to 11 o'clock, 10, find your 9 o'clock landmark, 8, 7, 6 o'clock landmark, and this can be done very small. 5, 4, 3 o'clock landmark, 2, 1, and 12. And then finding neutral. Thank you for joining.